Hello everyone, my name is Miss Grace and I'm one of the 4-H agents here in Florida. Today we're going to be taking part in an egg experiment. Let's get started. First, you'll need to know a few vocabulary words. The first word you need to be familiar with is volume. Volume is the amount of space that's occupied by a solid, a liquid, or a gas. The next word you need to be familiar with is mass. Mass is the amount of matter found in an object. The final word that you need to be familiar with is density. Density is the mass of a material per unit volume. We'll explain more about that in a minute. So let's get started. What are we going to be doing? We have 2 glasses of water here, and they both hold the same volume. They both hold the same amount of water. In this case, that happens to be 3/4 of a cup. So we also have an egg here. And if we were to drop an egg into our glass of water, the egg sinks to the bottom because the egg is denser, has more mass per unit volume than the water. However, there is something that we may be able to do to change that, and that is adding salt to our water. So a salty water solution is denser, it has more mass per unit volume than a non-salty water solution. That's why sometimes people might find it easier to float in something like the ocean or the Dead Sea than in just water that's not salty. So we're going to go ahead and add a few big tablespoons of salt to our solution. We're going to add 3. And be sure to stir them up. Now you'll notice the water here is already much cloudier than our freshwater solution without the salt. So we're going to see, does adding this amount of salt to our water increase its density? Because now we've added more mass in the form of that salt to our water. So is it dense enough for our egg to float? Let's find out. And there you have it. So now it's your turn. Complete this activity at home. See how much salt it takes per unit of water for your egg to float. Let us know. We'll see you tomorrow.